Hello, and good evening, you wonderful people. I have had to do some audio balancing on this episode, so please let me know if anything is out of whack. It sounds okay on our end, but thanks to Twitch and discombobulations and stuff, what we get on our end is not necessarily what you get on your end. It's been a while. Well, you guys want to say hi to the lovely people? Josh, you were on a boat for a while. Adam, you haven't been here in about 5 sessions?
I've been alive, but alive.
I'm sorry.
Barely alive.
I'm sorry, Josh, I cut you off.
No, I was saying Adam is alive, but he's not living. Also, they saw me at the beginning of this month.
I mean, some people saw you at the beginning of this month, but I don't know if everybody did. Anyway.
You didn't watch the new RPG Imaginariums. That's on you.
Well, I have to still get them up on YouTube. I just got the Eye of Argon up last week.
That's all I needed, though.
All right, before we start tonight, we have a little bit of bookkeeping to do. Number one, I would very much like to welcome our brand new $1 patron, Mitchell Brown III. Thank you very much, Mitch. You are awesome.
And the third of your kind.
Well, what, Tom?
I said arigato, senorito.
Arigato indeed. Second of all, since we're so late in streaming this, I do have the XP vote from last session. Vortigern Silverwood. Manuel gets an XP for making every man's dream come true. The Dancing Dream Man votes for Tom for the cat poof copy. And Takara Tanaka says, only 2 people. How can family be more important than RP traders? So voting ends in a tie and nobody gets it.
Woo!
That's got to seem like a really big middle finger to the people that actually take the time and comment and give us reasons. And we love you guys. Vortigern and Dancing Dream Man, you guys are so awesome, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. But if I get rid of that rule, if I get rid of that fucking rule, you're going to see it filibuster every fucking time because that's what happened, and I have video evidence.
Just comment twice under 2 accounts. You'll be fine.
Fuck it, at this point I'll take it. All right. So, who wants to recap?
I would, but I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't been here in like a month.
On the last session of Demon the Fallen, I had spent this whole week trying to remember what our Danielle and Delavante were doing last session. They were fucking gone. They weren't here. We were down to 2 people. It was Manuel Mandragon, Cantor, and Seth Nishota. As you took it upon yourself to do your own investigation of university behavioral health, you spoke to Maxwell Harris, the resident tough, the bully, the one that had put Mickey Pico in the infirmary, to squeeze some information out of him. And you did indeed find out that there is some dealings that might be of the infernal variety. You're not entirely certain, but it does sound like Lieutenant Colonel Vandermeer, the current headmaster of UBH, has been seeding what sounds an awful lot like an infernal cult, using those patients treated here at the facility. You talked it over with him, trying to come to some sort of agreement. By the way, I forgot I need to start the music for Yusuf. You talked it over with him, trying to come to some sort of agreement and making sure that he wouldn't rat you out to Vandermeer as you had the true demonic power, and seemed to imply that he would be making a pact with Delavante as soon as you got a hold of him.
Oh yeah, I forgot we finally found somebody who's a big enough chump to fall for it.
After speaking with Maxwell Harris, you resolved to investigate Lieutenant Colonel Vandermeer's office and decided to rendezvous with your detective before you did so. And that is where we rejoin the narrative this night. So, my immediate question to you folks is, Ardeniel, Delavante, what have you been doing this whole time?
Trying to get Faith online. That's good enough.
You're fucking going to Amazon.
Click this link for the load. That's good enough.
You know what? That totally works though, because you just send out fucking emails. You know, the faith healers and the fortune tellers and Padre, and I swear to God, if you did that, Somebody has to make that demon character because that's too good not to work.
Like one leg equals one faith.
Oh yeah, well, he's Chelsea right now, so he's just an e-girl that just shows her tits for,
Yeah. Can I
which is just not okay.
Adam, you a hoe.
Whoa.
Hey, someone's got to make money, Tom. I guess the bandmate, Josh's character makes more money though. That's a band.
Anai, Mazzy, welcome and a pleasure to have you both.
Usually it was just masturbate.
That's understandable.
And a respectable decision.
Did we say we go live on Discord? I don't remember.
Ooh, I don't think I posted to Discord. Somebody throw one out because I can't mess with Discord while I've got this going on.
Do it, Adam.
Y'all do the thing.
Once again, now that we've got some people in the chat, again, if any of the audio needs balancing, please let me know. I had to mess with some settings before we went live tonight, so I definitely don't want this to get to YouTube and sound like ass.
Alright, so what would I have been doing? How much time has passed since the last time I was here?
Yeah, minutes to hours. Fuck!
Don't lead me to it.
Oh well, then it's only been like a few hours, and I guess my food just fucking.
I'm gonna boost you a little bit, Xavier, because I couldn't hear the whole half of that sentence. What would you say?
I said I'm just gonna meet up with my other half of my room.
Okay. And how do we make this happen?
With a...
What's that?
Oh shit, that's right.
Walk there? I don't know. Probably just went down to like the food court.
No, we left.
Oh, I went to another food court.
All right, Chelsea, what about you? Conventional wisdom says you've been on a cocaine bender for the last couple nights, but I'll leave that up to you.
So I've been up the whole day. Probably playing B and stuff. Just kidding.
What the fuck is that sound?
I don't know, but I can't hear it.
You can't hear it, then it's you, Adam.
I don't think it is. It stopped.
Huh. Is it my chest hair?
Is it my chest hair? Is that what you said?
I don't know. Yes.
Adam's manly chest hair is interfering with the stream.
It's providing a toasting.
My chest hair is blocking the radio waves. And so
It's
you
blocking
turn
the
brightness
Wi-Fi
and-
signals. It's
Can you turn up the
Just don't
brightness?
stand.
The volume is too low.
well. Damn it.
Who said that?
That was a joke.
Oh.
Okay. Gonna probably just like do the head message. What it's called? The Roomba message board there.
the
Where you all
room
at?
message board.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
What's up,
you're
y'all? I'm back in this. I'm back alive again.
Hey
Oh.
guys, I'm sober. And Cantor's
I'm
just
back.
like, why?
I've been clean for 3 days. For 3 seconds. For
hold
3
on,
days.
hold on. Stuff's got to happen first. First of all, who are you going to invoke?
Whoever can hear me, because I know Tom can block me, but
I think anybody higher than you can block you, which is everybody.
yeah.
So the question is, who do you invoke?
You with the other high guy? Josh's character,
Oh,
Manuel?
no.
Oh, Manuel, where's everybody at?
Okay, so you're going to invoke Cantor. Give me a faith roll at difficulty 7.
Botch.
Botch.
I actually think it is super bad if you botch that roll, but I can't remember what happens off the top of my head.
Botch.
Is this faith though?
Yeah, roll your faith.
Hold on. Why is this?
That's a big question, Adam. Why is this?
Why is this? Is this why you like?
Yes.
Is my? I'm going to roll 20, but like it was playing music. I'm like, what music? You can't hear me something? Hold on.
Adam make his roll sometime this session.
I guess I know that Google has their own roller too. But oh,
Adam, if you're on roll 20,
yeah, I got it. I got
okay,
Div 7, right?
Div 7, yeah.
Does that open up the wrong game? Yeah, one success. Yeah.
Okay, and at this point, as Adam struggles with his roll, I would like to say, don't be like Adam. Download the lovely Onyx Dice app today. You guys don't even play us on your Twitch channel anymore, and we still shill for you. Okay? Just gonna put that out
I mean, we like the
Not salty though.
there. I'm teasing. Now, the guys at Onyx Path are super cool. Huh?
They're probably my favorite company.
Ooh, speaking of which, if you guys remember, I did back. They came from Beneath the Sea, back when that thing was on Kickstarter, and we just got the PDF.
Oh, nice.
It looks super good.
I can finally make my Detective Cooper character.
Okay, Cantor, as you are exiting Maxwell Harris's room, you begin to hear a familiar voice echoing in the back of your mind. Adam, what does it say?
Isn't it a little bit ahead of that? Because didn't Tom and I's character go to the college to meet that girl?
Rickon.
I think that happened. You know what?
Afterwards.
Yeah, that might have happened in the middle. Have you actually met her yet? Holy fuck, it's been a while.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes we have.
Yes, we did.
Okay. In which case, let's call it a nebulous time jump, and then you can decide what you're doing at the time.
Drugs.
I mean, if it's the same day, I imagine we're just about to leave the campus and try to find the rest of the Roomba.
Okay. Adam, what does the voice say?
Hey, where y'all at? I miss y'all. I don't know why I'm talking in a Texan accent again.
I'm like, I know who this is. Only one person talks like that, despite being an eons old angel.
That is a good point. You're probably not hearing Chelsea's voice in your head. You're hearing the angelic voice of Delavante.
Okay.
So remember that if you decide to talk like an idiot.
Perfect. Yeah.
I'm like, Delavante, we are leaving the community college campus.
Which campus? Oh, there's like 6 of them.
God damn it.
Vaya Verde.
Right. That's.
Danielle, are you attempting to invoke as well?
No, thank you.
Nope. Okay.
So I'm like, where you headed down?
I'll turn to Nashoda and be like, where are we going again?
I'll just shoot them a text message.
Yeah, if you wanna do it old school, sure.
Old school.
Isn't that new school compared to head text messaging?
I guess it would be.
You don't send us. a
I'm so
snap.
glad we're not playing this in the 90s.
To send it through our pager.
Playing this in the 90s like some jackass.
But hold on, I gotta get my pager out, and then I'll go to a payphone.
Go to a fucking pay. Or if you're really rich, have those wireless phones that were stuck on your car.
Yeah. Or the ones in the like the luggage bags, like the luggage one. There's a big old battery in the luggage.
Josh's volume is really low, says Anai.
Well, why don't
He
you
just
fix
wants
it
to be
yourself?
So talk to him in person. Just kidding, man.
If you're right there, go fix it yourself.
Alright, I boosted
Hopefully
Josh.
that'll be a little better.
Holy fuck! I boosted you, and then you boosted you, and then...
Boost.
Boost.
Okay. Hopefully, those of you that can still hear will find that more amenable.
Hopefully.
Don't worry, no one's here.
And easier.
We have 12 people, sir. That's a big number for us, because we're like Twitch losers. Hi, 12 people.
Like 3 of them are us.
All right. Oh, and now I'm depressed. Or Danielle, what does the text message say when you throw it out?
Hey guys, what are you doing?
Leaving EPCC, let's meet up at Whataburger.
Dope.
Still don't have a phone.
I'll lean over to Nishad and be like, we're going to Whataburger.
Well, okay.
I want a mushroom Swiss burger.
I don't know if there is a fourth wall when you're Twitch streaming necessarily. You're supposed to talk to the audience. Streaming is a hallway.
There's like 3.5 walls. Like we say hi everybody, not like hey you Yusuf.
We say hey you Yusuf all the time, don't lie.
Okay,
All right.
The wall does not apply to Yusuf.
It's like a two.
It's because
two-way
we don't have a
wall.
wall between us and Canada.
Not yet, we don't.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah, I'm basically organizing a meeting between my roommate at the nearest Whataburger.
To us, not them.
Yeah, to us.
Buddy, you're the most live viewer we have.
Okay. I want to say it's going to be the Whataburger on Airway, but that hardly matters. All right. So, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, as the Coteries logo zooms in and out, and then everyone arrives at Whataburger.
Woohoo.
And then I show up.
So, what have you guys found out?
The Whataburgers.
Yes.
The Whataburgers in Chicago now?
God. Oh no!
Demon cult.
Yeah.
UBH being used to bring other demons back. I say, biting into my mushroom Swiss burger.
They're your own mushrooms.
Yeah, with some of my own mushrooms in there.
He just gives it to the chef. Hey, can you just put this in the mushroom instead?
What is it, Chaz? A stamina roll if I'm intaking hallucinogenics?
Yep, stamina diff 8.
I didn't think of that, but Xavier said it. Now it has to happen. Ooh, 1 success. I was hoping I'd fail that one.
Damn my sturdy body.
My sturdy demon body.
Josh, I hope you fill every single one of them.
I do too. To be fair, I failed at the funniest moment the first time it happened.
Yeah, that was great.
In front of the demon court.
Yeah.
That's like being high in front of the prince. Or all the werewolf elders.
Which Murphy Fiero has done on multiple occasions.
I think demon is probably one of the worst ones, right? Because like you know what hell is.
Hell hath no fury.
Hell have nothing.
What was the specific information we learned from the young woman who told us about the whole cult thing?
Specific information. She mostly told you about the individual patients, I believe. About Maxwell Harris, about Jose Montanale, how he was trying to stick up for... he was trying to stick up for Mickey Pico. Mickey Pico then kind of vanished off the face of the earth. Vancouver by night. How's it going? Is this the regular time you guys play? We try to get on a little bit earlier, but honestly, our schedule is just... We sort of slither between 8 to 11 Pacific Standard Time. I have a list.
Anywhere from 9 to 10:30.
But yeah, more or less it is regular. You have a list of World of Darkness games that I will add you to. We would absolutely love you to do that. Thank you very much. That is fantastically nice of you. Naughty Crumbum, how's it going? So basically what she told you is that Mickey Pico, after he was injured by Maxwell Harris, got taken to the infirmary. Mary Blacksmith tried visiting him in the infirmary. Couldn't find him. Yusuf, right there, buddy. So yeah, she didn't tell you too much about the demon stuff. It was more about the stuff going on with the mortal involvement, I suppose.
So I'll specify that the the interesting thing is this Mickey Pico. We have no idea where he is. They said they were taking him to the hospital. He isn't at any hospital we know about. Perhaps you could get a hold of some records that this director of the UBH might be owning. Maybe we could investigate those. Or maybe we should follow him, see where he's going.
Probably the following would be the easiest.
Then that's what we should do. We should stake him out.
Steak?
Oh, that's is that Sunday or Saturday?
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday's a better day.
I don't know anymore.
If you can make it, you're invited to the CAFCON steak cookout this Sunday. We won't tell you where or what time.
Dude,
But if you
this
find
is
out somehow.
this is the fucking internet. Some 4chan dude is gonna like IP triangulate us and show up with friends.
Well, that's when they earn it, though.
We will have Wagyu beef.
So that's my suggestion. Maybe you could find his. Could we use public records to find if he owns a car, and that way we can wait near the UBH parking lot and then
beat
track
him
him
up
as he
in the
leaves.
parking lot.
Beat him up in the parking lot.
Uh,
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5 style.
Oh, yes, have Sydney off. Oh, no jobs.
I mean, Ardeniel is a detective. He could probably accomplish that, no problem. I wouldn't even make him roll for that.
That's my plan. That's what the drug-addicted rocker's suggesting.
You come up with some really good ideas sometimes.
Would you roll percentile dice for me, Josh?
I can do that.
But will you?
That's not boding well for me. I got a 90.
That's
Okay.
Hey, that could be very good.
I actually was going high on the roll. So why don't you give me a perception? I believe it's investigation in this one.
Yay.
Or if you want, I'll give you insight if you get more dice that way.
Where is insight on this one? Intuition?
Sure.
That would give me another 2 dice. Ooh, excellent. Total of 4 successes.
4 successes. I will use that roll later.
That's only if you want to, Yusuf. That's some good Guinness.
Since you're there on stream.
Huh?
Since you're there on stream.
Okay.
We've had some good generic alcohol brand.
Non-alcohol generic or brand alcohol.
I'm just drinking straight rubbing alcohol.
Walgreens brand.
Because sometimes you just don't want to feel anything anymore.
So, what is the actual plan that the group is going to set out to do?
I'm sticking with my plan unless somebody has something better.
No.
Nope.
If you want to listen to the dude high on mushroom, I'm perfectly fine with that.
I don't want to not listen to Adam's chest hair anymore.
Adam, you're too manly for the stream.
Your chest is rubbing against your microphone.
Cover your glorious dude rug.
Better. Wear my shirt. Let it breathe.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm finally going along with Cantor's idea for now.
He's the highest, but he's the smartest.
For now.
Sounds right.
He's technically the face.
Yeah.
Okay.
You make the face do an awful lot of thinking.
Yeah.
I'm basically, if you made the bard the party leader and the dude that came up with ideas.
What do we do, Bard? Oh no.
Roll to seduce.
I would like to point out the drug-addicted bard, no less.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's just implied with the bard.
Let's get hookers.
Yeah.
Commander Vulcan! How you doing, buddy?
Hello.
Hello, top 100 person.
You should tell us. Oh yeah, sure, we could watch. If you post it in the Discord somewhere, I will totally watch that clip.
As will I.
But I don't know when would be a good time to stake out that place, because it seems like the dude was there pretty late when we went there last time.
Yeah, it can be up all night.
However, if you allow me to pick up a 12-pack or a 24-pack, I'll be waiting
Oh.
outside that UBH all day.
It's like, of what?
Cocaine.
A 24 pack cocaine.
It's like Cantor does. You know how some people put like the salt rim on their beer,
Coke.
but it's cocaine.
Okay, I don't have the budget for that. You can have some natty light if you want.
I'm pretty sure he's the kind of person that would drink a 24-pack of Natty Light in a sitting.
It comes with 3 extra natties.
At that point, you're just hydrating up.
Stay hydrated. That's a message from Kyle calling to repeat to everybody else. Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated.
All right, I think that's what we're gonna do. Is we're gonna start staking out the UBH and try to tail the after Detective Ochoa gets the license plate number for the director.
Okay, so from what I'm hearing is that Daniel is going to fuck off back to PD, and the other 3 of you are going to head to UBH, and you're going to stake out, but you're going to do what exactly? Where's your car going to be? What are you looking for?
I don't know how well you're familiar with the premise, because I've been there like 1 or 2 times to visit people. But I think there's only one main entrance, isn't there?
Yes.
Then I would say we stake out towards the end of the entrance. Preferably, it's kind of up in the mountains, isn't it?
Yeah, it's right off of Cotton Street. We have those weird things that wend up the mountains, and it kind of goes around, and it's this big fucking, I don't know what else to call it, a caldera in the mountains where it just kind of sits with its big ass parking lot.
This is the funny part about actually playing in the same city we live in, is we can actually mentally form a picture and plan how we would do this in real life.
I feel like that's a detriment to the people watching us on stream, though, because they have no idea what the fuck we're talking about. We can go, oh yeah, you know, the one next to fucking Little Teapot's house. They don't know what that means.
Painting a pretty good picture of it, at least. But yeah, I'm assuming we'll hide like at the bend of one of those loops and just keep an eye with some binoculars or something.
Okay.
For the director's license plate, and then we'll probably. My plan would be we do that, and then have Detective Ochoa further up the loop or the little zigzag, and then we could radio him or call him and tell him that the director's coming down.
Okay. Well, let me
ram him with the car.
Yes.
Yeah.
Over the mountain.
With the drugs inside, so we can just blame him with the drugs. We can just plant drugs on him.
Perfect crime. Let's do it.
Make sure you turn the cameras off.
Something the police don't do every day.
Well, I mean, what happens to him when he dies?
What a great question and philosophical dilemma.
Okay, so I'm going to lapse about an hour. The rest of the Roomba is going to go to UBH and stake out the parking lot, while our Danielle is going to go to... he's going to go to the PD and start digging through some records. So I'd like the 3 that are currently on stakeout right now. Why don't you give me an intelligence stealth roll? Because this isn't necessarily discovered by or governed by your dexterity. You're just trying to lay low. And, not get the cops called on you for looking through binoculars at a hospital.
I got 1 success.
2 successes.
Scrolling to the bottom of the thing.
Onyx Dice, available now. Adam, download Onyx Dice.
Yeah, 1 success.
Okay. You manage to avoid drawing much suspicion. Nobody stumbles out of the car drunkenly to take a pee on the sidewalk. You're good. Danielle, like I said, about an hour elapses for you to get to PD, look it up, come back. Doesn't take you very long at all. Turns out Lieutenant Colonel Vandermeer drives a Rolls Royce, a very new Rolls Royce. And he's got a vanity license plate. I will allow you to decide what it says.
What's a good vanity?
What did you say? What's his full title that you called him again right now?
Lieutenant Colonel Vandermeer?
Could it just be Colonel?
Colonel?
C-O-L... What is it? C-O-L-O-N-E-L?
Ah, Colonel.
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 Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, that'd be
7 letters, right?
Yeah.
That fits pretty perfectly on a Texas license plate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking, a Rolls Royce in this area? Ooh.
Would stick out so much.
It comes out without
Everybody
any
would look at you and
rims.
be like, what
I
an
don't
ass.
even think there's a Rolls Royce in El Paso.
I actually saw when I took a picture. I'm like, what? It's a Wild Wolf Rolls Royce.
Yeah, I don't think we have a Rolls Royce dealership. We have a Jaguar dealership.
Yeah, we have
And a
Tesla
Jaguar.
too. Yeah.
And Jaguar's Gentlemen's Club. Coincidentally, next to each other.
So Google Maps sent me to the wrong place, guys. I guess
Oh,
we go in.
whoops. I just have to go and inspect the wares.
Yeah.
Which is funny in one way and even funnier the other.
Cuckoo.
Cuckold. What a strange aspect of yourself to advertise.
All right. Danielle, do you text them that information? Do you call them? Do you bring it in person?
Yeah, I'll text them. Be like, general car info. You can't miss.
Yeah, and it does stick out like a sore thumb. So the first hour passes, you don't see the car. You can, if one were to scout the parking lot, again, it does stick out and you do see it very easily in employee parking, but you don't see it leave. Danielle, what are you going to do immediately after you dig up the records?
Well, I'm gonna drive back and ask them
Get a
if they'd
warrant?
like me to. Is there an easy parking spot nearby?
No, you have to parallel park.
I know I don't. I don't have to do shit. The laws don't apply to me.
I'm a police officer. The law is just a suggestion.
I'm not Trump.
But you are the law.
All right, you arrive at UBH, and they'll station you sort of at the front of the parking lot. I think you said near the doors. Is that where you wanted him?
I thought it was further.
Yeah, the idea was that we would be slightly off of the road, and so that when we see him coming by, we can
fire.
we can radio the detective who's going to be even further down, and so that way he can start trailing him.
Okay.
So that way it doesn't look like a random car just pulled off the road to start following him.
Okay, and
I
now
think we put an RFID tracker.
the standard question from every Elder Scrolls game: how long do you wait?
Until until it's a problem.
Until the shop kicks me out.
Maybe.
Could we
Right.
get a vantage point where we could binocular down into the parking lot?
With the mountainous area that you're talking about and the buildings around it, I'm reasonably satisfied to say sure. It's probably not legal. It might be a little bit harder to hide, but you all succeeded in your stealth roll, so you're smart enough to know how to lay low.
I'll roll a dexterity stealth if you want me to roll a second one to kind of climb up the mountain and binocular his car.
I don't think that'll be necessary. Although I do think it'd be funny or Danielle gets a call. Apparently there's some weirdos at the UBH. You want to go check it out?
Just like, oh, those are my weirdos.
Oh, I'm the weirdo.
Oh, that's right. You guys are deputized. Okay, you're allowed to be weirdos.
I mean, we could try to convince someone to let us into their house who has the best vantage point.
That's risky, though.
Just make this all go to hell.
I'm fine with...
Just as we botch
Bob
one
answers
roll.
the door with his tank top.
Anyway, I'm fine with Manuel climbing up the mountain. You can get a decent vantage point where you can look down into the employee parking area. 2 hours pass, the car doesn't move. 3 hours pass, the car doesn't move. 4 hours pass. You haven't even seen him leave the building.
Weird.
It's probably getting close to about maybe 7 at night.
As I'm just like, my natty light supply is getting dangerously low.
Yeah, we should upgrade you to Keystone.
And it is about now that I'm going to invoke that roll that I had you do earlier. You realize that you've seen Vandermeer there at all hours of the night. You realize this car has not moved. And with your 4 successes of perception and, what was it, insight? Whatever it was. Intuition. You're starting to think that maybe this guy actually lives on the premises.
Because I'm just like, I brought all this natty light for nothing.
Oh, since you did chug a shitload of natty light, how about another stamina roll?
Oh, come on.
No, I'm gonna go on the side of the mountain, Chaz. But I'll roll that stamina if you want me to.
Oh no!
Oh, this is the other stamina roll. I thought
Yeah.
this was trying not to be stamina. I got a 10.
Okay.
Natty Light does nothing to you.
As it shouldn't.
That'd be a little pathetic for a demon of the water to get drunk off a natty light.
No,
Yeah,
makes perfect sense.
Doing all these hard fucking drugs and does nothing. Natty Light's what fucking puts you under.
Well, it's the straw that breaks the camel's back.
I'm gonna go down and be like, I don't think he's leaving.
Where is he?
I'm gonna be like, he's in the building. I'm pretty sure he lives there. He hasn't even come out.
Fine. We'll talk to him, I guess.
This reminds me of another doctor in another World of Darkness game. Never fucking leaves.
It's not supposed to be facing that way, Yusuf.
What do you?
There we go.
Treat your guitars with respect, people. Too many guitars end up in shelters.
I mean, if you want to consider a pawn shop a shelter, then you're not wrong.
Oh man, what's the?
I love you too.
Probably not as bad as an actual shelter. Thanks, PETA.
You mean those sweet PETA kill centers?
Basically.
Yeah.
It's only 90%.
We eat the other 10.
Alright, so.
Don't fall for PETA propaganda, folks.
PETA's horrible. So, guys, what is our game plan here? You guys want to walk in like, hey, where is it?
Are we use the restroom?
I just drink a 24-pack of natty light.
I can walk us into the Shadowlands.
That'd be pretty fucking dope. We can try to look around the building while in the Shadowlands, and there's probably gonna be some dead people there who might give us some sweet info.
How many
People
dead people are around there?
Probably more than most people would be comfortable with.
I mean, to be fair, there's a hospital right next to the cemetery. The one next to Chico's.
The classic Chicos?
Mhm.
The one with the old school sign?
Yep.
The one thing people know about El Paso. Yeah, I would. Yeah, because if he lives there, that means Manny Pico's probably still in there. Because that means that he probably technically never left the building, unless they did transport him somewhere else. Yeah, let's go into the Shadowlands and find this dude.
All right, so Nishoda's activating his lure of portals, yes?
As I do.
To the Shadow Realm.
How do you open it? Do you have a sick scythe that you take out? Or you just take like a pair of scissors and...
He just dumps his coffee on the ground and jumps in.
Yes, Tom, what kind of reaper are you? Do you have a scythe, some scissors, or perhaps a chainsaw?
That was an extremely weeby reference.
Tom's seeing it.
Which one was the chainsaw one?
Grill.
Oh yeah,
then
from
he got demoted to head trimmers. And then scissors.
And then scissors, and then scissors. That was a pretty funny visual gag, I will give it that. Just kept getting demoted.
But Undertaker is.
Allegedly. Anyway.
Alright, so I need you to spend 1 faith, and you're going to roll stamina awareness at a difficulty 7.
Yeah.
Here's an important question, Chaz. How many natty lights do I have left? Because I'm taking them into the Shadowlands with me.
Yeah, roll a d10.
4.
There you go. Also, I will remind you that since you guys are not as cool as Nishoda, your dice pools are halved in the Shadowlands.
I would argue Nishoda isn't as cool as Nishoda.
Are you ever really as good as yourself?
I got 3 successes.
3 successes. So how do you open the portal? What does that look like?
You know, I never really gave it much thought.
As many other demons may enter as you get successes on your roll. Okay, so you got just enough to get everybody through.
Woo!
Unfortunately for Adam, the 4 natty light count as one person.
Oh,
Yeah.
I imagine that, he, grabs at nothing and just rips it open.
Okay, perfect.
Animalistically.
You just kind of grab the ether between your fingers and rip it.
But literally can just open it any way he feels like it.
So you quite literally tear at the veil between worlds, and as you do, this hole seems to open up, hanging in the middle of space. And below it, or beyond it rather, the colors are muted. Gray, the sort of dusky, sand-blown orange that seems to cling to every surface in this area fades to a dull brown, clinging feebly to gray plaster and cracking, moldering bricks. The setting sun, a dusky orange, mutes itself to a dying red almost as the sun seems dragged behind the mountains. The sky above you is almost completely overcast, might as well be. And you can feel this cold wind push through. tainting even the chilly winters that we have here. There's a blustering, piercing cold coming from that portal. And as you step through, almost like stepping into a vacuum, all of the ambient noise that you take for granted, all of the occasional bird song, the buzzing of a distant plane, just gone. And you are a silence as perfect, as vacuous as the grave. You look around, and so far the streets seem to be deserted. UBH stands before you, a monolith, nearly a tombstone, listing on its structures. Windows crack and are completely fogged over with dust and grime. The building itself molders. What few cars still remain in the parking lot are essentially listing to one side on flat tires and broken chassis.
Ah, yes. Alameda.
If he rips through the veil at Alameda, it looks exactly the same.
It looks better. This ain't bad.
All right. Well,
I'll step through after Noshoda. I don't want to be disrespectful to his whole master of the grave thing.
I should probably get a scythe. If I don't already have one.
That awesome picture you drew of Noshoda did have a scythe. That's why I was saying you should scan it and throw it up on the Discord, because it was really cool looking. I'm sorry, Josh. I cut you off again, and now I cut off Tom. You see what you make me do? Somebody talk.
You're cutting people off.
You're out
With
of
the
line.
scythe. With the scythe.
I will go in last because, well, I don't like it there.
Adam.
Noshoda's just, where did I leave my scythe? And it's holding something up at the house.
It's using
In
it
the
to like,
wall.
using it to as like a clothesline.
You just dry the clothes on.
Yeah. You want to use his cape?
Or you're using
Adam.
it as
The hair?
you're
Yes.
using the scythe as the curtain holder for the bathtub.
Yeah.
I wonder where that went.
Well,
go
let's
after-
begin our search.
Yeah.
Don't know exactly what we're looking for, but
We're walking into UBH. We're just, freezing by security.
Well, as you step into the building, you find yourself in a lobby completely vacant of chairs. They haven't.
Son of a bitch.
They haven't made the proper impression to cross the Shadowlands. The plants that you can see in the corners look withered and dying. The door hangs open on one hinge. There's nobody behind the desk. And the facility beyond the door seems all the more vacant, all the more lonely. You might expect it to echo if the sound didn't die just a few feet in front of you.
I'm gonna look around and I'm like, so where's he hiding the bodies? I'm like, you think it's upstairs or downstairs?
it'd be safer to hide them downstairs.
The
You think he's-
utility closet?
As you know, we demons aren't big on directions. We're not mages go upstairs, vampires downstairs.
Use the
So we're
utility
just gonna
closet?
get money from another planes.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just step sideways. I guess it's hard to see if there's any kind of basement or anything like that where he might be hiding people.
Interesting.
We can still see living people, right? They just faded to us.
Noshoda probably can. I don't know if you can. Because wraiths possess increased senses so that they can do that. That's why Sister Maria can see auras and stuff. She's got super cool wraith powers. I don't know if you guys have the same thing. You guys might just be in a cold feud. Noshoda, being a Grim Reaper, I'm fine with saying that he can do that. I don't know about the rest of you, unless you have some kind of lore or something that boosts the mortal senses that you're seeing through.
No.
In which case,
However-
I would like to go apocalyptic form and activate my enhanced senses.
There we go.
All right.
Apocalyptic horn.
All right. So, go ahead. Describe yourself as you emerge from this mortal shell and into as near to your full resplendent glory as you can still manage, anchored to this earth.
I like to imagine it kind of looks like the T-1000 transformation, where every part of me just becomes some kind of metallic liquid that melts and forms into this angelic being.
You're the Silver Surfer?
Well, yeah, but without facial features, I like to imagine.
You're the
You
Pepsi,
Pepsi
Man?
I'll add horns and a halo or something.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh. Alright, chat, make it happen. Add horns and the halo to the Pepsi Man.
Well, this is what we need Daystra for. He used to be our big Photoshop guy. All right. So
We miss you, Daystra.
we do. You erupt into your full Empyrean form, and almost like an overlay, or like two television channels that are lapping on top of one another. You can see people start coming into view, furniture coming into view. And it's all, for all intents and purposes, a normal day at the office as people sit in the lobby, as Edward Harvey, the receptionist, scribbles something at his desk.
Oh, is it a picture of me?
Very well may be. I haven't forgotten about that.
Just beautiful, angelic, demonic being. Sips natty light, throws can on floor.
Wait, so ghosts can see us, obviously.
Yeah.
And demons can see us. Could werewolves with a certain level of primal urge see us? Or sense us?
There is a whole lot of depends stapled to that question.
Okay. Alright, well,
Depends, diapers?
Yes, that precisely, Tom. If they have enough diapers, they'll be able to see through the veil to the Shadowlands. That's how that works. It's in the Storyteller's Guide.
The one written by Black Dog, but it's in the Storyteller's Guide. Yeah, I'm saying we start searching the areas we didn't get a good look at before last time we were here. Probably basements, downstairs, back hallways.
very well. And I will also go apocalyptic horn.
Okay?
I will not.
Any particular reason? Or you just... Angel's gonna angel?
Yeah. Just to flex on everybody. Also get slightly higher dice pools.
Same here.
Okay. So, as you begin to move through the facility, I would like everybody to roll a perception awareness. It is specifically awareness. Cantor, I do believe your difficulty is reduced by 2. So I'm gonna have you roll it a 4, but remember, dice pools halved in the Shadowlands.
I'm aware.
Unless you're Nishota.
Woo.
2 successes.
I also get 2 successes.
You get 2 dice.
No, you're gonna roll. I got 2 dice.
You got 1 success, yeah. 50-50.
Well, it's also fun if we all go apocalyptic form, and Nishota's the only one that doesn't, and then people are like, oh my god, angels. And I'm like, he's actually the only one that belongs here. The dude with the long hair sipping coffee out of a pot.
I like to think he's sipping coffee out of a different container every time you look.
Just whatever he finds on hand. Sometimes it's a bucket, a flower pot, a Gatorade bottle.
So as you begin fanning out and starting to look for like sub-basements and utility areas and stuff, something catches your eye. A flash of movement. And you realize you're being followed.
Ooh.
All of us, or just one of us?
Well, it depends. Are you moving as a group?
I thought we were.
Yeah,
I, thought
never
I assume we
split
were,
apart.
just in case Nishota needs to pull us out of here.
Yeah, that too.
No, I already left.
Oh no!
Alright guys, call me when you're done.
Ah.
But he has us all blocked.
You can't get back. Only with the power of the Orichalcos.
Yeah, damn.
Seal of Orichalcos.
Doru, Monster Carlo. One
So
day.
yes, traveling as a group. Do we all notice, or
Everybody who succeeded on the roll, yes.
okay?
Oh, okay. What was that noise?
Like we're being followed.
Must have been in my imagination.
Must have been the wind. I will very gracefully turn to where I saw the thing that was moving, and I'll be like, "Show yourself. You need not fear before the merciful angels of God."
Give me a charisma empathy roll. We'll call this a diff 7. Now remember, half dice pool.
I remember that, but I'm also at a lower difficulty due to my apocalyptic form.
You make some really pretty, really persuasive characters. You know that?
You would have been Pepsi Man.
2 successes.
2 successes. Your voice warps and warbles through the Shadowlands like water. And you hear sort of this dry croak in response. Are you a real one then, or are you like the last one?
Oh, hold on. There's fake one?
I would have to know what the previous one was. Show yourself to me, child.
A figure rounds the corner. She's exceedingly pale and wan, and you can see the veins sort of like poke up through her paper-thin flesh. She's tall and gangly, more so than she should be as a normal person, which Nishoda would recognize as the effect of corpus. As she turns, it's a girl maybe about 15 years old. This long brown hair that sort of sticks to her face. And as she clutches her arms close to her chest, you can see these long red rivulets that pour from her wrists and down her gown, long since dried away. I saw one of you once. There was an angel here maybe a year or 2 ago, but I think he got chased away when the real ones started showing up.
Someone was
Yes.
fronting.
We are the real ones, and we are very quick to punish those who, as Nishoda said, front.
Child, were you one of the ones that they sacrificed to bring back one of the demons?
What?
Never mind, shut up.
Oh, never mind. How did you die?
Who'd we lose? Was it me?
I bet it was Adam.
No, I'm still here.
It was Xavier.
It might have been my character that killed that. There's the person over here, but we'll see. I don't know. Was it my person like 16 or something? Yeah.
Something like that. She'll just sort of hold out her wrists, and you can see these long, jagged slashes traced from her wrist to her elbow. I thought an angel would have been able to figure that out. Xavier, can you hear us?
Department.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, because we can't see you.
Yeah, I know, my camera just...
Gotcha.
Whatever.
Listen, I don't need no sass. I'll put you in a fucking vase.
Is that what he actually say? Because that's pretty funny if you do.
No.
I don't need no sass, really. Well,
Tell us about these angels. If you would so kindly, child.
There was one a while ago, but I don't think he was real. He didn't seem to be able to do anything that, I haven't seen other people do. People around here. Well, She gestures to the cracked walls and the peeling paint. People around here. Then a while ago, something showed up that I've never seen before, and it wasn't the same. I don't know how else to describe it. And that
Either good or bad thing, not the same.
it didn't feel good. That thing that thought it was an angel went off on some crusade, and I haven't seen it since. I felt a lot of energy here, a lot of emotion, a lot of regret, a lot of despair, powerful. I don't think it's normal people.
Can you show us where these emotions were coming from? Perhaps the center of them?
Yeah, two places. One's upstairs. Fear. A lot of fear, a lot of hurting. That one stopped recently. Then out back by the maintenance shed. That's where the regret comes from. That's where the despair comes from. Hope for a second and then gone. It's a wonderful buffet, a wonderful milieu, but I drink in the emotions and it...
Adam.
My chest hair.
Your fucking Sean Connery ass chest hair.
No, it's my damn. Yeah, there you go.
It's overwhelming. I can't stay by it for long.
Well, hopefully we're here to fix that.
Nishoda, could you help this one along, perhaps?
To where?
Yeah,
Oh, isn't that your-
there's not really a...
He's a Grim Reaper, but he's not.
I mean, you can push him to the next level, but I don't think they want...
I thought that was
Oblivion! Whack!
Yeah.
Whack!
The whack. The whack. The whack.
Nothing. I'll ask the girls. So, how long have you been here?
You know, I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
then, that's a shame. I might
You
have
know how
been
long
able
a
to
year is?
It gets difficult to tell day from night sometimes, and it all runs together. What year is
help.
it?
Do you remember your name?
2019 by the time we started this game.
Perhaps we'll look back at this game with perfect 2020 hindsight.
As you say, 2019, she sort of widens her eyes. 17 years already. I guess that's it.
That body is long decayed.
You're like, beyond my power to help.
Unless Cantor.
I can go
Can
back.
make a new one?
Fix that.
I can put you in a vase.
Okay, well, theoretically, maybe. Can
I
I
don't know.
fix the body if it was just bones?
The Laura patterns I can.
I think I have to.
I don't know. I can go back in
Can we
time.
perform demon surgery to make a body?
I don't think I can create flesh. I think I can just mold it. I
Is-
kind of have vicissitude.
Well, I can kind of heal it, right?
Well, by our powers combined, we can make the
Our
thing.
powers combined, we can.
I can kill people.
We can make the thing from Full Metal Alchemist, the mother.
Because that turned out well.
Yeah. And put her soul in there. It's fine.
I was gonna say, don't they have the body of Lenin in like a glass case? We could totally bring Lenin back from the dead.
Oh shit! Oh, Oh man, that'd be fucking awful, but
Oh man, that's a joke from The Simpsons.
bring Lyndon back from the dead.
Must destroy capitalism.
With our demon powers, we could totally bring back Lennon from the dead.
Okay, well no, because Lennon needs to have his soul, and I don't know where his soul is.
Well, communists don't have souls.
Share souls, good idea. We
Yes.
have to collect.
The collective soul of Russia to bring back Lenin.
About an eagle sacrifice?
So, my assumption is that she said one of the emotions stopped. So I'm assuming
Yeah,
Manny Pico's either dead or they moved him to the other place.
the regret.
So, yeah. So my assumption is we should probably move to the maintenance shed.
Okay, to the shed. And my condolences to the girl who allegedly killed herself or something.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I'll look into this.
So to the maintenance shed.
Okay. She'll sort of point you, and you can make your way out back through a fire exit that, of course, you're not going to trigger the alarm here.
It'd be funny if we did.
And out behind UBH, there's this big rock fence. And you're essentially in an asphalt parking lot, and off to one side is a rather sizable looking shed you might be able to park a car or two into. And as you approach, I would like one more perception awareness.
Reduced by half.
4
One
successes.
One for Manuel. How'd you do, Seth?
4.
He's got his whole dice pool.
Hehe.
One success again. I'm surviving it. How long will that last? Stay tuned.
We got 2 successes.
2 successes. As you sort of approach the maintenance shed, all of a sudden, you are struck through the core of your being with this massive wave of infernal energy that seems to erupt. This huge spike, and you are at ground zero of it.
Oh no. Roomba, roll out.
Well, gentlemen, I suppose it's time for us to feed.
Wait, are we gonna fucking like go up in there and then exit the shadow realm and be like, ah?
Yeah, in full apocalyptic form.
Gotcha, bitch.
There's only one way to get more lores, and that's to eat other demons.
Oh, the unsavory part of our bread. Yes, that's what we're gonna fucking do.
I've already had my fill of demons for now. I'll let one of you guys have this one.
Thank you.
But if I have more lore, I need more faith.
Too bad you can't eat faith.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yusuf knows what song to play. Princes of the Universe by Queen. Here we are, born to be kings. Alright, let's fucking rip into that shed.
Rip and tear.
Okay, as you... I'm not sure you could very easily open it, but you could walk through, and as you do, you walk into complete blackness. Manuel, I'm okay with you being able to sort of make stuff out, because you've basically got Witcher Cat potion going on. Anybody else have any kind of enhanced senses right now?
I could go apocalyptic form and see.
If you want to do that, then that's what you do.
Yeah,
Oh
okay.
wait, I could just see in the dirt.
Oh.
I just have that.
Is it, you took the merit?
Yeah,
Okay.
You have a nightlight?
I got nightlights in my eyes.
Astigmatas.
That's same one.
All right. As you push through the shed, you find yourselves in this disorganized maze of shelves that looks like they've been through at least several months of disuse and disrepair. There's dust clinging to everything. These plastic boxes of tools on one shelf, these mismatched containers of nails. There's toolboxes pressed up against one area. There's a corner of things piled up like plastic tarps, replacement pipes, copper wiring, stuff like that. And as you enter, that the sensation of infernal energy just gets more powerful, thrumming from right underneath your feet.
If only we had somebody who could move the earth.
Adam.
I can only stop time in big portals to different places.
Have just a tally, just like times Bob would have been useful.
Yeah.
Poor Adam. He can only use the world.
Yeah. And
Doesn't
teleport,
matter.
kind of.
Well, I mean, if you stop time, move, and then start time, it'll look like you teleport to everyone else.
Yeah.
That's what Dio does.
Yeah. But he has faith, unlike some people.
Dio has faith.
Yeah. People believe in him, believe in Dio.
Alright, boys. Let's do this shit.
Yeah, we're gonna walk through this maze until we get to the epicenter.
Yeah, we just need to follow the left wall.
All right. So Chelsea immediately walks face first in one of the racks. Everybody who can see right now, perception, investigation, or allegory.
Are we still in the Shadow World?
Yes, unless you've decided to leave it, then you are.
I don't think they get to decide that.
They don't.
Why can they get... I don't know if the portal counts, though.
Adam, your portals don't traverse, like,
Intertest.
planes.
Dimensions?
Yeah, dimensions. There we go. I got 2 successes.
Okay. Those of you that can see, as you're sort of walking around this disjointed, disorganized maze of shelves, you notice that one shelf has been pulled out from the wall, maybe about a distance of 3 feet or so, and it's actually on casters. If you check at the corner right behind it, it does appear that there's a metal trap door in the floor.
Well, this clearly isn't the way. Let's keep looking.
Oh, looks like we're gonna go down this for the next level.
Yep. Crypt of the Necrodancer style.
Oh. Well, if it's a trapdoor, we don't want to do that then.
No one's the monk, right?
What was it, the minstrel?
We're opening that trap door and going down.
Okay, who opens it?
Detective Ochoa.
Fine,
Delavante.
I can't see. I'm just knocking everything over.
Trapdoor.
Yeah, are you opening it, Xavier?
Yeah.
Okay. As you pull it open, again, hit in the face with another influx of this power, and a voice drifts up from the depths. Sounds like Colonel Vandermeer's voice. You've become very familiar with it, bellowing through the halls of UBH. And it sounds like chanting. And the chanting sounds Enochian.
Oh God, no! Quick, you gotta get there so I can blow his head open.
Yes.
Can't chant without a brain.
Well,
Well-
Shota, we need to get back to the other side now.
Well, let's get a little closer first.
Okay.
I mean, they might believe we're the ones who got summoned.
Fucking 4 at a time. Oh man.
Damn, this was a good ritual.
I'm better at chanting than I thought I was.
But I'm still in normal form.
You can go apocalyptic form, Adam.
But do I have to use faith to do it?
No.
Yeah. Then I shall go apocalyptic for all faith. I'll insert my faith until I need it. I'll go apocalyptic form. So I grow wings.
Okay, what does your transformation look like?
Like, I was just thinking, like, imagine
I knew
lights
it.
and beams. Tom knew it.
Adam, the next time I ask you a question, just say weeb shit and we can move on.
I have one. I have one black wing.
One black, one white.
All right, Sephiroth.
One
One
black and
winged
red,
angel
one
starts
white.
to play.
About half a halo and then a horn.
Oh my god! What?
And
How?
covered in
Halo?
chains.
Oh, he's fucking Claudio.
What?
What's his name? Claudio.
Yeah, yeah. The guy from that you created.
The guy with the arm power.
Oh, fucking it's Italian guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Claudio.
wasn't it Claudio?
Claudio. There we go.
Just, oh,
So, OC.
we made him very OC.
What do you do?
We're getting close.
Okay.
And like, right at the.
And then ripping at the
before the
fabric
pilot
between
feature.
worlds.
Well, let me help you out. So I'm assuming our Daniel goes down first.
Yes.
Okay. It's a bit cramped. This tunnel was not made for your apocalyptic form, but you're able to hunker down and get through. It's just large enough. A packed earth ramp leads down into what appears to be a large pit. The pit is lined with stone coated with appears to be dried human blood. A shrouded body lies to the side of the pit, and a complicated pentagram has been drawn in the center. You see two figures, clad in white robes with gilt edges, the emanation of the chanting, stand side by side with their backs to you. Before them, a column of dirty, sickly green light shoots up from floor to ceiling in the center of the pentagram. It pulses and throbs sickeningly, and a figure seems to be floating in it. That figure looks like a fallen angel in its apocalyptic form, but one with none of the power or glory such a being should exude. It's clutching its legs to its chest, and its crimson wings are tattered and wrapped feebly around its body. It seems to be both suspended and trapped within the column of light before it. It's looking down at itself in what appears to be an attitude of pity.
What the fuck?
One of the characters, one of the people in the white robes, probably Vandermeer, begins to address the floating figure in Enochian.
Do we get a name?
Why don't you give me perception insight?
What about legacy?
Legacy is not going to help you. That's remembering, not listening.
Okay.
What was the roll?
Perception insight's not in this. I keep forgetting that. Let's go. Actually, we can do perception occult if you want. If you're specifically listening for somebody to say a demon name, makes sense.
I got 2 successes.
3.
I got none.
Yeah, I don't have no knowledge of that. Academics, nope. Religion doesn't work, no.
Religion doesn't work. That's stupid.
Yeah.
You do not hear Vandermeer address the fallen angel with a name, but in the midst of the chanting, you can very clearly hear the syllables Gethzerio.
Would any of us recognize this one?
We all
Isn't
do.
that someone Bob was talking to?
It's the demon that's trying to summon more demons to Earth.
Oh, that butthead. Well, fuck him,
So are we gonna fuck these people up, or what are we doing?
basically. In the shoulder. Let us go in for the kill strike.
Oh, okay.
All right, if you're going to open another portal here, then you know what to do. Stamina awareness. I need you to spend a faith point, and I'll call this one a difficulty 6. The gauntlet is probably much thinner here.
Okay, man. I'll spend a willpower for this.
Okay.
Well, that's a good thing because I got 2 successes, so 3 altogether.
You would have to lift Adam behind.
I am stuck here, guys.
Job well done, guys. We stopped the demons. Let's go home.
Aren't we
Are we
forgetting
forgetting
somebody?
something?
All right. You pull open the veil between worlds. What I'm going to ask for at the moment... that's fine. I don't need it. Let's go...
Intimidate.
Everybody roll initiative for me, and I'm going to give you guys a surprise round. If it gets past you guys, I will give the NPCs one.
I have to think that I conjure my scythe when I'm in my apocalyptic form. Otherwise, it's somewhere in the house that I don't know.
It's leaned up next to the coffee maker. Where the fuck else would it be?
I was gonna say when you summon it, it summons from the house, and something inside the house just falls over. I got a 12.
I also got a 12.
Mods?
5.
I got a 4.
I got a 14.
I got a 13 now.
Okay. Armando Ochoa, as Seth rips open the veil. I imagine that it slides open silently, so no one, not even the angel itself, is aware of your presence as you emerge, this full vengeful angel, this scourge from the other world. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna impale the one of the cultists, presumably the
Which one?
Vandermeer.
engineer.
Okay. Go ahead. Make your attack, and that is plus 2 dice for attacking from behind. What is your actual weapon? You're Daniel of the Dawn Blade, so I'm assuming it's some kind of arming sword.
Yes.
Right.
It's a gun.
Gun sword.
Blap blap. Yeah, I had
Not gun sword. Might as well fucking with the OC we got over here.
I had Bob make me a sword, but we never really got around to getting like dice pulls for that. 'Cause
Okay.
it's a sword, right? But it's made for somebody who's like twice a human size.
If that's how you want to roll it, I'm fine with calling it a greatsword. So I'll give you strength plus 6 on it.
Nice.
That and also fuck this guy.
And fuck this guy. Alright. Okay, so that's you said +2, right?
Do what now?
You said +2 for attacking from behind.
2 dice, yes.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Who would we lose?
Left.
Do we lose the X again?
I'm pretty sure it's X again.
No, we lost Josh.
Oh, thank
Josh! Okay.
Specialers.
So it's 8 to hit. 7 plus 6.
How does that happen? We are nowhere here. That's what I should do. I need a backup camera.
On the upside, I'm still sitting fine here.
And you know what? We're grateful for that, because I enjoy having you. Oh wait, Josh is back. Never fucking mind. I almost had it.
My
Never
apologies.
mind. Fuck you, John.
I have no idea what happened there.
So that's 9 damage.
9 damage?
Holy sacred radiant damage.
Alright. 9 damage that this guy cannot soak. Boom! Your sword impales straight through his chest, lifting him off the ground with a sickly as the chanting is cut short, and he just sort of goes limp on the end of the blade. Chelsea, what do you want to do?
Suck him off.
There's more than one cultist, bro. Free for the killing.
Or you can go for the demon to try to get those sweet powers.
If you do, Adam, we're gonna have a fight.
And then you're gonna take my powers, but no faith.
That's the ultimate cucking you could do, Adam.
Yeah.
Oh.
And fix your mic.
Like he's getting sucked into my chest hair. Just circle
Alright,
and circle it.
Make your choice. What are you gonna do?
How many cultists are there, by the way?
Now that he killed one, there's one other guy standing there.
Adam.
I'll take that
go.
cultist.
Okay. Adam.
Yeah.
Suck off the ghost. The
What?
ghost demon. You
But-
can get
but-
the demon. Suck out his powers.
But then I'm gonna die.
Maybe.
It's like
How is that different from how you've been playing this character anyway?
Fucking die.
But you gotta go out on my own terms.
And what,
But-
sucking
but-
someone's
but-
powers out is on your own
ridiculous.
terms?
Like getting stuck in the shadow realm.
Okay, we're not there anymore.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna look at him because he's pretty, or what?
Yeah. Now just go behind him and just talk about.
Eat his ass out. I don't care, Adam. Just do something.
Just impale with my one horn.
there's another cultist, right? You can just kill one of the other cultists.
Yeah, kill the
There's
other cultist.
there's one guy and the demon itself. So what are you gonna do?
Kill the other cultist. Yeah.
Okay. How do you want to make an attack?
With
Pelvic trauma with a
Beat
swift
his
kick.
ass.
Death by snoo snoo.
with the breast. This is not. Isn't it hit it like just? I used to use my claw and just whack him with my fist. Like my claw.
Okay. So you're going claws at him. Right.
Strength +2. It's the same for all demons, I think. 'Cause
Yep.
I also have claws,
So +2 dice from attacking from behind. Dex brawl.
and it does aggravated damage.
Nice. Hey, your base form has claws, Lucky. Tom, you can give yourself wings. You can over this.
No, it's funnier this way.
I got a meme.
Yeah, I believe in the memes, yo.
Don't let your memes be dreams.
I had a lot of ones there, but I got 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay.
To hit.
So that is strength +2 +1. Roll damage.
Yeah, 4 damage.
Well, got 1 damage.
Oh
What?
my god.
All right, you slice your claws across the cultist's back. He cries out in pain. Cantor, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna jump on that demon and try to demon diablerize him.
Demon Diablerize. Okay.
Diablo Rise?
Diablerize.
Diamonize.
We don't get a whole lot of chances to eat other demons, so I'm gonna take this one.
All right, I need you to make a faith roll, which I resist with my faith or torment.
Whichever's higher.
I will spend a willpower.
You better.
For a total of 6 successes.
Holy shit.
6 successes. All right. So you, this radiant angel of water, burst into the bloody pentagram and inhale, and in breathing in the essence of this fallen angel as its very being begins to streak towards you, funneling almost like the Dementors in Harry Potter into your mouth, melding with your very essence.
You suck.
I'm sorry, brother, but there is not enough room in this earth for all of our machination.
And then I'd Diablo Josh. Just kidding. That's
Oh,
that's no.
fucking
Good luck
plot
dealing
twist.
with my colossal hangover that you're going to inherit.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Yeah, even more drug problems.
Okay, now I need to roll his faith.
He got 25 successes.
Well, no, he already ate his ass. Like, he's done. Oh, wow. So 6 successes on that. Each success on this roll, a portion of the Celestial's energy is converted into a faith point. Much like using a mortal's faith potential for an infernal pact, the conquering demon can use these faith points to empower itself, spending the points in the following ways.
Yes.
So you've got six faith points. You can convert 1 point into 5 freebie points.
Oh,
Oh my fucking god.
Each point of faith can be converted into a memory or item of knowledge, the location of a temple, the hiding place of a relic, the true name of a rival, as long as that information was known to the demon who was devoured. And the demon can choose to increase your faith rating by 1 by spending 2 of his faith points.
Ooh.
fuck would he do that?
This increase in face allows a corresponding increase in lore, and the demon can actually gain the lore known by the consumed demon. Only the lore of the victim's house may be learned thus. Even if the devoured demon knew other evocations, those powers are not central to his essence.
Oh boy. So I got 6, right?
Yeah, and a whole lot of fucking 10s. So you've got 6 points to play with, and as you are breathing in this demon, growing in power, your essence fulminating. Nishota, what are you going to do?
Well, I guess I'm gonna actually get the last cultist that Adam just couldn't fucking seal the deal on.
All right, do it. Bring down your scythe. I'll also give you strength plus 6 on this one, because fuck it, why not? It's a Reaper scythe. Yes, technically a scythe is not a weapon, but it's cool, okay? Rule of cool, we like to have fun here.
Now, potentially,
Unlike some other channels.
the man I just murdered, is he still, like, could I just, like, heal him immediately?
You took him well below incapacitated with lethal damage, so I'm pretty sure he's dead. Like, I think you exploded his heart.
With love.
Oh, killed him too hard, guys.
I believe
Alright.
the picture that Austin sent is a picture that is appropriate then. Anyway, I got 4 successes.
To attack or damage?
Attack.
All right. Strength plus 6 plus 3.
Five
Five.
successes.
Okay, 5 successes. So, tell me what this strike looks like.
Well, I assume after the failure that was De Levante. I assume he just kind of scratches his back, and you know what you do when that happens. You kind of eh. And I just positioned the scythe like right in front of his neck and just pulled back.
Okay. So you pull back. The body collapses at your feet, and as it does so, you see the agog face of Maxwell Harris staring up at you as he begins to choke on his own blood.
That was gonna be one of our. That was for you, Adam. I'm sorry.
This one, Armando Ochoa can save if he desires, or you can let him bleed out and die.
Hey, he died with a big dick.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, well, first, Tom, you're the Grim Reaper. I feel like this should be carving with scissors. Second, what do I get from healing this man? Besides him possibly... Actually, no, I should heal this man. He needs to confess. And then Nishota, I guess, could you make sure the other man just suffers?
Which one?
The one that I killed?
I mean, he's dead.
I mean, yeah, you're right. But we know what happens to dead people. So, like, put him in the next level.
I just put his little weird wraith egg into like precariously almost into oblivion.
Just fling it into the Tempest and let the specters have a go.
Oh, fuck them.
I was gonna say, go to the Shadowlands, rip him out of the call, and he's like, "Oh my god, what's happening?" And then you kill him again.
Well, see, what would it? Then he would go into a what's it called?
A harrowing.
Yeah, he'd go into a harrowing. Maybe get dragged into oblivion. Maybe come back out, and Ashoda might have to kill him like 9 more times.
Wait, better idea. We.
Turn him into a coffee mug.
I was gonna say a butt plug.
Okay, Lynn Wallace.
Well, I mean, where do you think we're gonna get the butt plug from?
Better yet, you could just take him to the hierarchy and have them turn him into a butt plug. It's kind of what they do.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, but
This
we have a
man
demon.
was a
to do that.
butthead in life. He will be a butt plug in death.
He was a butthead in life, and now his head shall be in butts in death.
This is our judgment.
I have spoken.
I have spoken.
I mean, they have to listen to me, right?
I mean, yeah, you're an angel of freaking death. You're basically the prosecutor.
Honestly, we're having a very interesting conversation here. Because, as I said, the dead aren't used to dealing with angels per se. However, they are used to dealing with angelics, which are spirits of oblivion, or rather, spirits of the Dark Umbra, if you will, that think they're angels. Also, the hierarchy doesn't really like religion much, because they're like, okay, we're here. So, I think it would probably depend on each individual hierarchy member, how they would deal with you, and whether or not you make a good impression on them. You probably need some friends in the hierarchy, and then eventually you could build up a good rapport.
Or I
I'm
can
pretty
just
sure
throw
the
them
Lady
into
of Fate will
oblivion.
Or that too.
That works too.
It's like, I made where you're standing. But fuck you.
And they're like, "You're not a real angel," and you just grab your scythe, rip open a hole to oblivion right there.
Hey, you want to see where this goes?
Next
You'll
one's
hit this.
opening up your ass.
So I got those 6 faith points,
Yeah, what are you going to do with them?
and if I can, I'd like to use one of them to learn the true name of Zariel, if this guy knew it.
Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. I don't believe he would have. That would make no sense for Githzariel to tell his underlings that.
Then I would like a significant location related to Githzariel.
Who's his favorite pop star?
Oddly enough, Mark Anthony.
I'll tell you what I'll do. If you remember correctly, the last time you guys ran into Githzariel's flunkies, he had 2 demons doing his bidding. He had a heavily tormented scourge and a heavily tormented devil. I will give you one of their true names.
I will
they
take
dead?
the devil's true name. Lucifer Morningstar.
Oh, wow. David Bowie?
Wait, did that imply that Lucifer is not his true name then?
Yes.
Ah.
Lucifer is a title, technically.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough, I suppose.
Well, his real name is Morningstar, isn't it?
If you...
Just in Demon the Fallen.
I don't know what it is in Demon the Fallen. I thought we were talking... I thought I was about to dive into all of the occult research that I've done for Litany of Fire. But we'll just park that nerd mobile where it sits.
Actually, his real name is Tom Ellis.
So you will have the devil's true name. I am not necessarily convinced that it is something humans would be able to pronounce, but if you wish, if it entertains you, you may decide what it is.
I mean, we know what Enochian sounds like now.
Destruction Noise Louis.
Suddenly my Chewbacca's, my Wookiee's speaking.
No, it sounds like Banjo-Kazooie speak.
That's right. This is kind of
I don't know. I'll just come up with a bunch of random syllables and go with EO2A.
Okay. You might want to note that on your character sheet.
That's on Spanish. Hey, it'll two-way.
EO2A. And then I will spend the rest of those 5 points when this session is done.
Okay. So
I don't have to bog it down.
are you gonna turn those into freebie points?
You said I could spend 2 of them into a point of faith and an accompanying lore, right?
Yes, I believe that's how it works.
Bruh,
I will do that
get 2
then,
points of
and
faith.
I will take one of his lores.
Okay, I'm gonna say he was a devil.
What are those lores?
He's a water demon. Lore of flame, lore of longing, and lore of radiance, I believe.
And what?
Lore of radiance, I believe.
If he can combine water and fire, that means he can just summon boiling water on people.
I will take flame.
Okay.
Nice.
Ah, yes, Scald.
What was the other option?
Longing and radiance.
Oh no, I meant with things I could turn it into.
3 points are an item of power.
An item of power.
Actually, I don't think it becomes an item. I think it's just freebie points.
Then I will take 15 freebie points.
You've got 20.
20?
Oh, no, that's right. You spend 2. So, yeah, you get 15 freebie points to spend as you see fit.
You sure you don't want another
Yes.
point of faith?
Then I could just take Lore of Radiance.
All right, so the floor is yours. What happens? You have effectively, it appears to you, dismantled this particular operation. But Gethzariel himself still looms, ever greater on the horizon. And,
I know.
go ahead.
I know one of his bitches' true names now. We can do some messed up things with that.
Yes, we can. I'm gonna heal the dude that was dying.
You're going to heal Maxwell Harris?
Yes.
Okay. You lay hands on him, you force your divine energy, and the wound at his throat just sort of closes up as he grasps his throat and just pushes himself across the ground away from you, looking upon 4 actual demons in full apocalyptic form, which he still has yet to see.
Oh,
You
yeah.
saw my hands.
He saw your hands. He hasn't seen the whole 9 yards.
I'll look
Oh.
down at him and I'll say, "Well, mortal, I could have let you die. I chose not to.
I
But
did.
in doing
I
so,
did let you die.
I expect you to repent."
Manipulation, intimidation, difficulty 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a willpower point.
You know what? I will take that Lore of Radiance.
I thought you might want that.
I didn't know what it was, and now that I see what it is, that is super in line with my character.
Oh, you're gonna start a new path.
And now I have 5 freebie
2
points.
successes.
Actually, no, yeah.
2 successes. As he looks up at repent is good. Which religion is the right one?
We'll get to that another point. And
I'll say
right now-
our religion, boy. Do you remember us now, hearing my voice? We told you we were the real demons.
He nods fervently.
I don't think he ever thought otherwise. I think he kind of bought into it pretty easily, in fact.
Well, when you put a fucking skeletal hand on his face,
Yeah.
there wasn't a lot of room for ambiguity.
Really, I only expect you to just confess to everything you've done here. Super easy.
Uh,
If that's too much, then well, to the shadow realm with you.
he'll talk, unfortunately, he's not able to divulge any more information than what Cantor Nishota got previously. He's mostly just here as a helping hand. He will tell you that the body in wraps is Mickey Pico, who is
Nice.
very dead.
Be sure to bring this to the proper authorities. Oh wait, I'll go around the corner on apocalyptic war when they come back.
Like, what's happening around here?
Now freeze!
Whoa!
Stop right there, criminal scum.
EPPD.
EPPD freeze! Oh damn it! I did it again. I'll just be good old regular Armando Ochoa. I should be like, what's all this?
What's all this then?
Surrounding him.
Demons?
What's going on here now?
Are you all doing illegal substances?
I'll drop my apocalyptic form now.
Okay.
I guess I'll take mine off for that as well.
I won't.
Nah, still death.
Still dead.
Well, yeah, I guess I take him into custody and get a confession and.
Okay, so you're taking Maxwell Harris into custody. Here's the real burning question. Do you tell the Infernal Court about any of this?
We will at some point.
Okay.
Might be an inside man for Gazelle.
Yes.
Githzeriel.
That's very true. All right. Well, that is Suffer the Children, the first part of the Fear to Tread trilogy. There's very much more to come, and Gethzeriel still looms far on the horizon, casting a wide shadow. If we can get Linvalis back, that's going to be fun. In the meantime, I award everyone 5 experience for their characters, and don't forget to refill your willpower.
Yay.
Any questions that you guys might have? Anything that didn't get thoroughly well explained?
No. I don't think so.
Yeah, our path through this adventure was really weird. Thanks to the Shadowland shenanigans, we kind of did one of these with the printed material, which I don't mind. It was fun. Ours is very different than what they intended.
Yay.
Oh, boys, guess what?
You're pregnant.
I got enough XP for level 5 Lord of Awakening.
Oh, you can bring back the dead now, right?
I can bring back the fucking dead.
Oh man, poor Pico, right?
He died for a good cause.
I mean, I don't know where his soul is.
Then how can you bring back the dead?
Well, I mean, I know where that one lady's soul is. But like, if you try to bring him back, don't get me wrong. If his soul is not available to me, or like sacrifice, presumably eaten by a demon, I can't get that back.
Yeah, because he's in the if he was sacrificed for a demon, he's in the abyss.
Adam,
Yes. I'm still here.
I know you're still here. I can fucking hear it.
So, Chess,
Sir.
you can usually spend freebie points on backgrounds.
Yeah.
I understand you wouldn't let me do this, but could I use some of those freebie points to up my legacy?
Adam, your mic.
I'm actually okay with that. Maybe you absorbed some of the knowledge from this demon and it reawakened something in you. I'm fine with that.
Awesome. Thank you. I am maxing out my legacy and spending the rest of it on willpower.
I'm gonna bring that lady back to life.
You're gonna bring Mary Blacksmith back to life?
Yeah.
Gonna see something I forgot already.
Now, how do I explain her not being
can you
dead?
bring Jezebel? Can you bring the what's it called Belle back to life? Is she the
Belle
vampire?
dead?
Well, she's a vampire, isn't she?
Oh no, I Okay.
You can't
I think I have to kill it
unvampire
before I can bring it
somebody.
back to life. And even if I do, I don't know what would happen.
So if we
Every-
kill a vampire, can we
every
bring them back to
vampire soul?
I don't know if you could bring the vampire back to life because they're gonna turn to dust the moment you kill them.
I mean, yeah, but like all I do is I need to just fix the body. And
Yeah, but isn't
Turn
there?
the dust back to flesh.
Yeah.
No, you just bring the soul back. The flesh is still, dust.
also, I don't know if Dad would let me.
He might be
Yeah.
pretty pissed.
God's not here.
He'd just be like, no. Yeah, but I imagine like God was just like, the fucking administrator.
Oh, Yusuf will I guess we should start the vote now. That's a good idea. To Tom for hang on. He will preemptively give his vote to Tom for not transforming in his area of expertise and everybody more or less getting through, though I am rare to reward such obvious reversals of expectation and plot. Also, Chaz is a deeply handsome man with that facial hair. I'm glad you like it. I'm trying something new. I don't know if I'll keep it or not, but I'm appreciating that it's appreciated. My lovely lady is entirely ambivalent, so I'm scarce for opinion.
It looks good, Chess.
Why, thank you. Good night, buddy. Thanks for being here. All right.
Regard
Yeah, Yusuf.
If this is your first time in chat and you don't know what happens, at the end of every session, we vote for whoever whoever gave the best performance for whatever reason you want. We give them a bonus XP. Sadly, I and my lovely beard are not eligible, but my dear friends are. So that's one for Tom for the reversal of expectation. Josh,
expectation, I believe the words are.
I will give my vote to Tom for being crucial to our circumventing way of doing things.
Yeah, you guys really don't know what a weird meandering path, because we started on point, right, and we went way the fuck over here, and then we sort of bounced back onto the middle line, did one of those, and then way the fuck over here, and most of it was the Shadowlands, so it was good.
To any fool that would try to story tell us, we require you to know all the systems. It's like, I understand this is a werewolf chronicle, but if you don't have extensive knowledge of changeling, you're not going to get my character.
What do you
I'm a Fianna.
What do you mean they can't use the freeholds?
I live with a family of mummies.
My grandma was a mummy and my grandpa is Dracula.
And you're 100% a loser.
You'll never live up to those expectations.
Adam, where's your vote going?
To Tom for not leaving me in the Shadow Realms.
You are allowed to word it for any reason. Danielle, who you voting for?
Give mine to Tom.
Why?
For, being useful.
Good job being useful, Tom.
I try my best. I will vote for
Yourself, because it's to
No.
seal the deal. I was kidding that.
I will vote for Josh for drinking a bitch.
So,
Vortigon, hey, how's it going? Guys, this is like the one dude that votes for XP in the comments. We super appreciate you, Vortigon.
You fucking legend.
You can vote again in the comments. Yeah.
Yay, Adam.
Adam got one vote.
I give a pity vote. For showing up.
I think Tom gets 2.
I've gotten 4.
Yeah, so far it's been unanimously Tom, except Vortigon's. But yes, we do appreciate you. Thank you for actually being one of the few people that do it. It's heartwarming. And if you don't know what we're talking about there, at the end of, we usually give it about a week after this video goes up. You, in the comments, if you're watching on YouTube or listening on SoundCloud, can cast a vote too.
Go fuck yourself, Adam.
Hey, no pressure, Vortigon. You vote for you.
It was funny, though.
Okay, You guys know how this works. If you like what you saw, like and subscribe. We've got social media down below if you want to know what we're doing and when. If you want to be like the awesome person whose name was Mitchell Thomas. Hang on, I'm looking it up. I swear to God, I'm looking it up. Give me a second.
Awesome person.
I think I hit the back button on the email thing. There we
Well,
go.
word to God,
Mitchell
what you missed
Brown
was-
the third.
Word to God, what you missed was basically us beating this section of the Chronicle and sucking demons like milkshakes.
Yeah. Spoilers for when you watch this on the VOD.
Yeah. All right, guys. So next week, we are hopefully going to finish our Animal Out of Context, or what I thought was really thought was going to be a one shot for Chicago by Night that got turned into at least 3. And then after that, if we're able to finish that, we will be returning to Rising the Free States. And hopefully, I can't promise, knock wood, but maybe we might be able to get an old friend to sit in. Let's find out.
I think you say that every week.
I really want it. Okay, and you put your desires into the universe, you actualize your wants and your needs, and maybe the universe brings it to you. Or you jinx yourself.
And sometimes the universe
If
spits
you
in your
want to
mouth.
actualize our wants and needs, we can just kidnap Bob.
Or Chesney, just get a fat head and just put him on screen and just have like little voiceovers that he did back in the day.
Just play sound clips.
Better than me?
Yes.
You think you're better
That'd
than
be
me?
great. Yeah.
I need drugs.
You think you're better than me?
Bored of him.
We're gonna fucking strap him?
Yeah. We can buries him kind of, yeah.
Fuck it, I'm down. Fat head of Murphy Fierro. Okay, I've said my piece for the night. Any of you fine folks want to say anything?
No. Just good night, and CAFCON loves you.
Just see caffeinated.
Goodbye, everyone. Xavier loves you.
I do.
We really do. Mwah. Bye, everybody.